Okay, so here we are, downtown Victoria, just off Store Street down by the water, and I've just been to Value Village to pick up a pot for myself to replace the one that I gave to Jennifer yesterday, and a pair of running shoes for what's his name, who can't decide which size he wants. Anyway, so I wanted to just show people some of the redevelopments that have happened. This used to be an industrial area with lots of warehouses and things, and now they're turning it into housing. So there's a bunch of old buildings being changed into lofts and such. So I just wanted to show people what this Dragon Alley development looks like. So we're just going to have a peek in here, and then we're going to go across the street and go through Fantan Alley, which is much more weird. Okay, here we are entering Dragon Alley. There's a coffee shop right next to us. And I'm just going to come past here, wait for these folks. I was down here, I think it was late last year, because some folks had lost something on the lawn of the legislature during the climate protests, and I found a label on it, and then I was able to get it back to them. And they have an apartment in one of these buildings here, so I'm pretty sure that it's this one on the side here where I dropped the food container with the kid's name on it off. Anyway, so you can see that they've got these little apartments built, and a lot of people have little shops and things on the lower side right here. I have a little free library here. I'll have to tell my friend Teal that they could probably use to restock. So anyway, so this is kind of stuff that we're going to look at. Nice little alleyway here that they've put some lights in. I'm just going to wait for these folks here to finish up. You can see that they've got little sitting areas here. I think there's rooftop stuff as well. So it's a funky little place. A lot of people who live downtown have these smaller places. So here we are, coming out onto Fiskard, which is the center of Chinatown. Here we go. I'm just going to cross the street here, and you can have a look at Fantan Alley. This is a very famous Chinese food place here in Victoria. The Don Mi restaurant. It's been here for a long time. There's another little noodle place that isn't the original one, but it's the one where Dave Barrett used to go, the former Premier of BC. They really enjoyed, and it's still operating as a Chinese food place, which is really cool. Anyway, so I'm going to go along here. You can see it's kind of already gentrified up the wazoo, but oh well. This place looks really nice in the spring when all the cherry trees come out. Now, some of you might have seen the Mel Gibson Goldie Hawn movie, Bird on a Wire, and they go through this little place in Racine, Wisconsin, which is actually Victoria, and they filmed part of that movie here in Fantan Alley. And I mean, there's a scene where Goldie and Mel drive through this on a motorcycle, and it takes an awfully long time for them to get through it. It's actually quite a short alley in real life, but they drove through it several times, I guess to make the shot seem longer. So here we are. Here's some of the shops they've got in Fantan Alley, and people are shopping around. It's Sunday, but a lot of stuff's open still. They got the alternate shops here with crystals and whatnot. This is a good record store. This is a an ice cream place. It has some really good stuff. So they wait for this lady to finish some order here. Okay. Excuse me. Thank you. A soap store. Imported goods from exotic places. Umbrella store. Maybe not much call for umbrellas now, but certainly later on in the winter it's going to get really rainy here. Excuse me, everyone. Okay. All right, and that, folks, is Fantan Alley.
For some reason, the city didn't.
Okay. Oh, yes. This is the area that has the coffee shops. We're going into Oh no, I think I'll tell you what, I want to go into Market Square while we're at it, because it kind of shows some of the other stuff we've got going on here. Here we are back on Government Street. And that's Centennial Square over there, and then a person playhouse, and City Hall beyond that, where you cannot see the statue of Sir John A. Macdonald because it got removed. And that used to be a hotel over there, which unfortunately burned down, and looks like the caretaker was probably killed because they haven't found him, but they haven't seen him around either, so it looks as if he probably perished in the fire. Pretty sad. This is the Mountain Equipment Co-op shop right here. I know, here's our bike lanes. You can see that they've got a nice set of bike lanes going to the new Johnson Street Bridge, which is kind of more really towards Pandora than Johnson now, because the old bridge is a little bit further that way.
Nice one too, actually. Both of them are quite nice. Both building on two of them I sent you.
Okay, here we go. So, Market Square was an early attempt to try to develop a sort of a alternate to a shopping mall in this old warehouse area, and so they built all these funky kind of shops and things and used it as a kind of an open space in the middle to have things like concerts. And of course that's kind of, you know, not really usable now because of the COVID situation, but the shops are still open and you can still go in there, so let's have a look. The reason I mention it is because there's noisy. There's a bit of historical interest here, and I've heard through various sources that they found the brothel on the roof, one of the roof shacks of Market Square when they were clearing the place out for redevelopment. Apparently they found it was an old brothel, and anyway, well, so this would have been a red light district in the old days, I guess. Here we are. I think it's a Market Square. The other thing about Market Square is that Christopher Wiley, that guy who's a whistleblower for Cambridge Analytica, he had an office in this building. So I think it was probably up in the upper tier of the building because all the retail shops are down here, and then there's like some other stuff happening up on the top floor. So we got the brothel and Christopher Wiley's office here. So welcome to Market Square, everybody. If you like crafts, there's like bead stores and things here. A good vegetarian restaurant here that's been around for a long time. And yeah, let's see, there's a Mexican restaurant over there across the square from us. I haven't been down here for several months now because of COVID, so they've really changed stuff around. This is a nice shop to come for funky Christmas gifts and stuff for people. Oh, and the water fountain for used to be for horses, and now they've got it for dogs as well. So yeah, there we go. And a couple of my friends used to have an apartment